The chapter begins with the group storming into a room after receiving news that their mission completely failed. A frightened subordinate struggles to speak because several fighters were lost during the operation. The young master demands a full report while his companions surround the injured survivor. According to him, they searched the entire location but still failed to recover the ancient relics. The muscular warrior becomes furious because those relics were the main reason they launched the attack. Unlike everyone else, the young master remains composed and considers how the enemy escaped their trap. His companion admits that he underestimated the opposing faction and allowed important information to disappear. The failure clearly wounded his pride, and he now wants to correct the mistake personally. But the young master knows that anger will only make their next move easier to predict. The warrior suddenly rushes toward the exit, declaring that he will hunt the enemy himself. He is stopped immediately because attacking without a plan could place their young master in danger. The struggle involves two dangerous factions represented by a lion and a raven. Knowing those families may possess the relics, the warrior punches the wall with frustration. The young master orders him to calm down and promises that every fallen ally will receive justice. However, revenge must wait because exposing their knowledge of the ancient gods would be disastrous. The young master begins connecting the clues, searching for a weakness shared by all their enemies. His muscular companion finally agrees to listen, although he still wants immediate action. He explains that the ancient gods must remain hidden from the major families at any cost. If those families discover their true power, every faction will begin fighting to control them. To avoid that outcome, the group turns its attention toward the enemy-controlled districts. Their map displays the territory of every family involved in the current political struggle. The three men begin planning how to investigate several locations without alerting their targets. Instead of conducting another direct raid, the young master suggests turning the families against each other. He identifies the most vulnerable territories and explains how panic can force their enemies into making mistakes. The chessboard represents their conflict, with every powerful patriarch becoming a valuable target. The young master removes one piece, showing how the disappearance of a leader will destabilize an entire faction. His companion finally understands they will create chaos and use the confusion to uncover the relics. Far away, the first family patriarch continues living comfortably inside his heavily guarded mansion. He relaxes without concern, never imagining that an enemy has already penetrated his security. Another patriarch enjoys his wine while reading confidential reports regarding the conflict. Suddenly, blue energy explodes through the room and destroys everything in its path. The targeted patriarch stares in horror because the attacker appeared without triggering a single alarm. He sees the young master surrounded by blazing power only moments before the final strike lands. The patriarch is eliminated instantly, leaving no opportunity for his guards to intervene. The young master stands beside his supernatural companion and casually selects his next target. His list contains several family leaders suspected of hiding information about the ancient gods. Another patriarch wakes in terror after discovering that death has entered his bedroom. His body is forced against the floor, and his desperate attempt to resist achieves nothing. The assassination campaign continues, leaving another influential figure dead beside an empty bottle. News of these mysterious deaths soon reaches every major family in the region. Their representatives gather around a conference table, discussing how multiple patriarchs died almost simultaneously. One leader erupts in anger because no witnesses, recordings, or useful evidence were left behind. Another representative suggests that only someone possessing supernatural power could bypass their defenses so easily. The room becomes tense as suspicion shifts from an outside assassin toward possible betrayal within the alliance. The muscular man activates a display, revealing the strange evidence recovered from the assassination scenes. Every representative becomes silent because the information proves that their situation is far worse than expected. The attacker may possess power connected to the ancient gods they have desperately been searching for. The warrior recalls a horrifying creature and warns that such power can destroy entire armies. One representative begins trembling, realizing his family's patriarch could be selected next. Another man loses all confidence because money and political influence cannot stop an enemy like this. The warrior ends the meeting with an ultimatum: find the ancient gods immediately or prepare for complete destruction.